you guys. This is Erico back uploaded on your computer screens once again. I want to let you guys know that I made a music channel mostly for my singing. There is a music video up there right now. It's actually a cover of a very classic song, and I wanted you guys to check it out. I will probably put the link up here and probably also in the description box as well. Check it out. If you like what you hear, subscribe, leave a comment, like that video if you want to. J-pop not being really widely known as K-pop worldwide has to do with a lot of things. For one thing, Japan is just like, we gonna stay in our lane, we gonna do us. You know, I see that there are people outside of Japan that like anime and Japanese pop music, cool. We don't mind promoting it to you all, but we not gonna really push a huge agenda and be like real greedy with it. It wasn't a greed of world domination with their music. It wasn't like,
oh, everybody outside of Japan likes our music, so now what we're going to do is push this whole agenda in the media like we're taking over and dominating everything, and our country is the best, and long live Japan, and we're beating everyone out, and will become the best music genre in the world.
There have been artists over the years that have come and had world tours and have come to America, been at different cons for Japanese pop culture and have shown their faces, and it's just been cool. But for one thing, Japanese pop music has always solidified itself in being known worldwide. And the reason why I say this is because it was always known through anime. Just simple as that. A lot of people love the anime original soundtracks and they jive with it, groove with it, love it. The problem with this, they might not know the artist, but they always know the different songs. And sometimes people that really get into it leads them to look up the artist and become fans of the artist. Because that's how I originally got into Japanese pop music. It was mostly me watching a whole lot of anime and then just being attached to the songs because you know you love the anime, and then you're like, well, let me see who this person is, and you look up all these different artists, and then you become a fan of the music, and you end up listening to one album, then another album, then another album, and next thing you know, it's next week, and you like, wow, I'm just know everything. I'm just a fan. You know, I'm just a whole fan now. Also, Japan doesn't really know right now how to control its revolving music industry and how it's continuing to evolve, and just the downward spiral of sales with physical CDs in Japan is a big problem right now. And the Japanese music industry doesn't really know what to do with it. They're just learning about streams and downloads, and they're trying to incorporate that into the Japanese music charts. But for the most part, they're running around like chickens with no heads, and they don't know what to do, and it's crazy. You never see an artist in Japan right now actually sell over 1 million records unless they are an idol group that does like that meet and greet, I'll hug you, high touch, pass things, and you know, you have the fanboys buy multiple albums just so they can have those like hug meet and greets. Or if you have a best album and you're retiring, otherwise, for the most part, there's not a lot of artists in Japan that actually sell over 1 million albums. I mean, even Utada didn't sell over 1 million albums, and she's huge in Japan. It's a lot of hard work that goes into actually selling 1 million albums and staying relevant on the chart. Japan never cared too much about really being worldwide, like actually pushing an agenda and actually using YouTube in the right way to get more fans, which also affected how they were known worldwide, because Japan is very selfish with their music videos, especially with YouTube and YouTube channels. They're catching on with Vivo and actually letting Japanese artists have their own channels now. But for the most part, there's still a lot of restrictions. You get a lot of that death message that just hurts everybody's soul. that it's not available in your country. Oh my god. I can't do this. My heart is filled with so much hatred right now. K-pop available everywhere. Why can't my Japanese music be? The record labels will literally restrict and cut off stuff so that you can't watch it on YouTube. Or is the other thing, the other horrible thing that happens is the teaser videos where they give you 2 minutes when the video's like actually 5 minutes, and you know you watching it and then it just fades out. You just like, why are you doing this to me? Let me finish watching my Exile video. Why is Nami and Mido's videos not on YouTube? Why you keep giving me clips? I don't want clips. However, there are a lot of record labels that are getting better with this, and they actually are allowing full music videos to be on YouTube, but it's not everybody. And I really wish that Japan would get its act together and learn how to incorporate this so that more people outside of Japan can learn about Japanese artists, because it's still such a talented group of artists in that country that need to be known and that could be on the same stage as a BTS, that might even be better than a BTS. Also, one thing I really like too is how Japan stays strictly Japan, and they know who their target audience is. Even though they know that they're people that are foreign that like Japanese music, they still keep it for Japan. A Japanese idol pop band is learning all their choreography from Takumi from Moriyama, Tokyo. Meanwhile, 101 is learning all their choreography for their comeback from Jerome, who was born and raised in New York. That's how it is. But in Japan, a lot of the stuff that is being made is by people from Japan. And that's how they like to keep it. They like to keep it very strictly Japanese, everything very strictly Japanese. And as a result, I know there's a lot of people that say, well, J-pop boy bands don't dance as well as K-pop boy bands. But that's because Japanese boy bands use moves from Japan, whereas K-pop boy bands do not. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. There's definitely a difference in strategy there with the two groups, but I do like how they keep it very tight-knit and in their own community, because it stops them from being stale and being corrupted and having that same old type of music. And there's a lot of people that think that Japanese music is just those whiny, high-pitched female singers that sound like they could be related to Jerry from Tom and Jerry. But actually, there's a lot of different types of music in Japanese music. You really need to sit down and actually look through it and see what you can find and what is good for you and what you might like. There is just a kind of standoffish type of attitude with Japan. And I think Japan is trying to welcome the fact that there's a chance that they could be on the worldwide stage with K-pop. But at the same time, they're kind of just not taking that step to go there. And I want them to take that step because I feel like there's a lot of good artists that are in Japan that could be more widely known and that could have their CD next to BTS in a lot of American stores. And there's no reason why they couldn't. So, you know, definitely try to be very supportive of both genres of music. I'm not saying that one genre is better than the other. That's not the point of my video. The point of my video is just to point out the reason why J-pop really isn't on that worldwide spectrum like K-pop. And it doesn't really have anything to do with one being worse than the other. It's just so much of promotion and how it is shown to the masses online. So you guys, this is a lot to think about. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to follow my social media, mostly my Instagram. Also, I have a blog on East Asian pop culture. The link will be in the description box below. Remember, be real, stay real, live in the real. And I will be back. Peace.